Hello, welcome to Great Garden. I just found 3 abandoned Phalaenopsis orchids left beneath a tree by the roadside. At first glance, they all look quite weak, with dried roots and many wilted leaves. But instead of leaving them behind, I decided to bring all 3 plants home and try to revive them. Using a simple method and a few familiar ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to Great Garden so you won't miss more helpful orchid and houseplant care tips. Let's get started. The first step is to gently remove each orchid from its plastic pot. Don't pull too hard. If the roots are tightly attached to the sides of the pot, gently squeeze the pot all the way around to loosen the growing medium. Then slowly lift the plant out. This helps prevent healthy roots from breaking. After more than 20 years of growing Phalaenopsis orchids, I always begin by inspecting the root system. That's because the roots are the heart of the orchid. As long as there are still healthy roots, the plant has a chance to recover, even if the leaves have wilted or the flowers are gone. Once the plant has been removed from the pot, carefully examine both the root system and the growing medium. This is also when we'll discover why the orchid has become weak and determine the best way to restore it in the following steps. Prepare a pair of pruning scissors and disinfect the blades with rubbing alcohol before use. Then carefully remove all yellow, wilted, or damaged leaves. This helps reduce the risk of disease spreading, while allowing the orchid to direct its energy towards supporting its remaining healthy leaves and roots. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. After cleaning the root system, we'll prepare a simple solution to help care for the orchids. Today's ingredient is baking soda. Do you have any baking soda at home? It's not only a common kitchen ingredient, but it's also widely used by many gardeners as part of their plant care routine. First, prepare a clean glass. Pour in about 1 liter of clean, room temperature water. Then add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Stir thoroughly until the baking soda has completely dissolved. This ensures the solution has a consistent concentration and prevents any undissolved powder from settling at the bottom of the glass. It's a small step, but it helps the solution come into even contact with the roots and the plant surfaces during the next stage. Then, pour the prepared solution into a small container or a clean tray. Once the solution is ready, gently place the entire root system of each orchid into the baking soda solution. Make sure all of the roots are evenly submerged so the solution can come into contact with the entire root system. Next, gently dip the leaves of the plant into the solution for about 5 to 10 seconds, allowing the solution to come into even contact with the leaf surfaces. Do not soak the leaves for too long, and avoid bruising or breaking them during the process. Next, gently dip the base of the plant and the root system into the solution for a few seconds, so that the solution comes into even contact with the root surfaces. Handle the plant carefully to avoid damaging the healthy root tips. Then, remove the plant from the solution and allow it to air dry naturally for a few minutes before moving on to the next step. This step helps clean the surfaces of the leaves, stem, and root system, removing some of the dust and residual impurities left behind after pruning and cleaning the plant. Repeat the same process with the remaining 2 plants, following exactly the same steps. Don't rush through this process. Take the time to inspect each plant carefully, checking the leaves, stem, and root system. If you find yellow leaves, rotten roots, or any damaged parts, remove them carefully before proceeding to the next step. Handling the plants gently and carefully will help minimize damage while creating more favorable conditions for recovery and healthy growth after repotting. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. After removing all of the plants from the baking soda solution, place them in a dry, well-ventilated location away from direct sunlight. This allows the plants time to stabilize after treatment, reduces moisture loss caused by direct sunlight, and gives the leaves, stems, and roots time to adapt before repotting. While waiting, I'll prepare the growing medium for repotting. Prepare 1 container of pine bark and 1 container of sphagnum moss, as shown in the video. Pour enough of the prepared baking soda solution into each container to evenly moisten the entire growing medium. Let the growing medium soak for about 10 to 15 minutes so the solution can thoroughly penetrate the surfaces of both the pine bark and the sphagnum moss. This step helps remove some of the dust and impurities remaining on the growing medium while evenly moistening both the pine bark and the sphagnum moss before planting. After about 10 to 15 minutes, remove all of the pine bark and sphagnum moss from the baking soda solution. Then let them drain for a few minutes before use. During this time, the excess solution will drain away, allowing the growing medium to reach an appropriate moisture level without being overly wet when the plants are repotted. At the same time, allowing the growing medium to drain improves aeration, creating favorable conditions for the roots to adapt more quickly to their new growing environment after repotting. In addition, removing any excess solution helps prevent the buildup of salts or excess minerals in the growing medium, avoiding interference with the absorption activity of young roots during the early stage. At the same time, allowing the growing medium to drain thoroughly helps maintain a stable, loose structure, making it easier to secure the plant firmly during planting. If this video helps you better understand how to properly care for your plants, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss upcoming videos. Now, the growing medium is ready and we can move on to the repotting step. At this point, prepare a pot like the one shown in the video. This pot has drainage holes in both the bottom and the sides, allowing excess water to drain away quickly after each watering, while improving air circulation around the root system. As a result, the roots receive more oxygen, reducing the risk of waterlogging and creating favorable conditions for healthy plant growth. First, place a layer of pine bark in the bottom of the pot. This layer creates air spaces that improve drainage while increasing aeration, so the roots have enough oxygen for respiration. Next, spread a thin layer of sphagnum moss over the pine bark. This layer helps maintain stable moisture around the root system, preventing the growing medium from drying out too quickly after planting. Place the 3 plants around the edges of the pot, adjusting them so they stand upright without leaning and allowing the roots to spread naturally without being bent or compressed. Finally, cover the surface with another thin layer of sphagnum moss to help retain moisture around the roots. Do not make this layer too thick, as it will reduce the aeration of the growing medium. Now, the repotting process is complete. At this point, place the plants in a dry, well-ventilated location away from direct sunlight for about 3 days, allowing them time to rest and adapt to their new growing environment. During this period, do not water heavily. Simply use a spray bottle to apply a light mist of clean water over the surface of the sphagnum moss and the growing medium to maintain moderate moisture, preventing the growing medium from becoming completely dry or excessively wet. After about 3 days, once the plants have gradually stabilized after repotting, prepare an organic fertilizer solution to support their recovery and growth. Prepare 1 banana peel, then cut it into small pieces as shown in the video. Cutting the peel into small pieces allows its natural compounds to dissolve into the water more easily during soaking, making the solution easier and more effective to prepare. Banana peels contain potassium, along with minerals such as magnesium and phosphorus. When used properly, they can help provide organic matter to the growing medium and support healthy plant growth. Place all of the chopped banana peels into a clean glass. The next ingredient I'm using is coffee. Do you have coffee at home? Coffee contains small amounts of nitrogen, potassium, magnesium, and naturally occurring organic compounds. When properly diluted and used correctly, coffee can help provide additional organic matter to the growing medium and support plant growth. Here, I'm using 2 teaspoons of coffee, adding it to the prepared banana peels to continue making the fertilizer solution. Next, pour about 500 milliliters of hot water into the glass to extract the natural compounds from the banana peels and dissolve the coffee. Stir thoroughly for about 30 to 60 seconds until the coffee has completely dissolved and the ingredients are evenly mixed together. Finally, cover the container and let the solution steep for about 30 to 60 minutes, allowing the natural compounds from the banana peels time to infuse into the water. After about 30 to 60 minutes, strain the mixture thoroughly through a fine sieve, removing all of the solids and keeping only the clear liquid with as little sediment as possible. The filtered liquid is the extracted solution, ready to be diluted and used on the plants. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. add 500 milliliters of clean, room temperature water to dilute the solution. Now, the solution is ready to support the plants after repotting. First, pour the banana peel and coffee solution into a watering can. Then gently water around the base of the plants, allowing the solution to slowly soak into the root zone. Use only enough solution to evenly moisten the growing medium, avoiding excessive watering that causes water to accumulate. When properly diluted and used correctly, this solution can help provide additional organic matter and small amounts of minerals to the growing medium, support root development, help maintain steady plant growth, and create favorable conditions for producing new leaves, new shoots, or new growth. Pour any remaining solution into a spray bottle or another tightly sealed container, then store it in the refrigerator. When stored this way, the solution can be used for about 3 to 5 days, saving time because you won't need to prepare a fresh batch every time. When needed, simply remove the solution and use it to lightly mist any plants you wish to treat. Apply only a very light mist over the surface of the growing medium and the exposed roots of the orchids. Avoid spraying too heavily, as water that remains in the leaf axils or crown for extended periods may increase the risk of crown rot or leaf rot. Use only enough to maintain moderate moisture, together with appropriate watering and lighting to help the plants recover and grow more successfully. Results. After about 3 months of consistently applying this method, you'll notice significant improvements in the orchids. The leaves gradually become darker green, thicker, and firmer. New leaves emerge evenly, with smooth, glossy surfaces that are less likely to become yellow or wrinkled. The root system develops vigorously, producing many new greenish-white roots with thick, healthy root tips that attach firmly to the growing medium. A healthy root system helps the plant absorb water and nutrients more efficiently. The plants grow steadily, with balanced leaf and stem development and noticeably improved vigor. With continued proper watering, lighting, and nutrition, the orchids will have favorable conditions for producing flower spikes and beautiful blooms in the following flowering season. What do you think about this method? Leave a comment below to share your thoughts or experience. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe to Great Garden, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss future plant care videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.